Being gay in the 70s was great. It was really great. And I think that's probably one of the things that makes the Saints so legendary, is that the era it came from was so legendary.
Even when Stonewall happened, there was gay nightlife. Stonewall was a gay bar. So, I mean, that's always been a component of New York society. But, yeah, things had progressed a long way to the point where even before the Saint, in the 70s, gay nightlife was at an all-time high. It was a real boom for gay nightlife. And it just exploded. Everybody could find some kind of gay place to go to.
There were tons of places to go and tons of people to see, and the streets were just jammed. I mean, the whole area around the Village and Christopher Street was just packed all the time.
It's that we had formed our own community, our own ghetto, where we had our own town culture. Streets to walk on and stores to shop at and clubs to belong to, gym clubs and health clubs and shopping places. And we established all of that during that decade. And so the Saint came along at a time when we were very emboldened as a community, at least here in this large urban center.
It was very cool on the one hand to be gay because, you know, all of a sudden you started realizing that famous people were gay. It was like kind of a code. The Marlboro Man really was gay.
It's a hard thing to imagine now, you know, at this point in time with everything we've gone through with AIDS and everything else, but in the mid-70s, being gay was about as chic as you could be in New York City. There was an incredible hipness to being gay. Fashion followed gay people, music followed gay people. So much pop culture in the city, you know, gay people. Of course, the disco was built, you know, on the footsteps of gay men.
The 70s were the height of hedonism because everybody was in total denial and everybody was disillusioned after Watergate and Vietnam and just wanted to party.
This whole revolution that was happening, it wasn't just gay people, it was all young people, this whole sexual revolution, where it wasn't just, you know, like, let's have sex because it's okay, because it wasn't even that it was your right to do this, it was your obligation. It was your obligation as a young person growing up in this new America, this new world, this urban environment, to go out there, have a blast, be hedonistic, and have lots of sex, and have a great time, and a different way, I think, of relating to both people as friends and as sex objects.
Anything went. Anything goes was the rule in Studio 54. This club emerged right after that, and we carried it right into the Saints. We were going to be as decadent and wild and fearless as that club.
There was such a sense of celebration, you know, in New York in the 70s. You got to remember, it was a world without guilt. You know, there was no payback. There was nothing wrong. Nothing bad was ever going to happen to you if you just, you know, exercised your desires.
There was no fear of sex. There was no fear of holding hands on the street. There was no fear of any of the fears that we have today. I swear, it was just a really blissful time. It was a simpler time.
You can only be a virgin once. You can't go back to being innocent. And I mean, it's an odd word to use, but all of that revelry and all of that delight in the 70s was based on sheer innocence. We were going to have a wonderful time, and because we should, because we can, because we will, and because isn't it great? And there wasn't a price to pay.